Hey everyone, hope you're doing okay today. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope school's going well. I hope work is going well for you. I'm praying for you that God will help and guide you. But I would love for our hearts to be in a place to be challenged and to be encouraged, because we're going to read a good verse today. Proverbs 3 verse 5. If you've got a hard copy, grab it. But if you don't have a Bible, I just encourage you, go onto Amazon, pause this video right now, and put one in your basket, because you won't regret buying it. It's a lifelong thing. It's perfect for every season. And this is a place where you can just get to know Jesus, read all the Gospels, because it's honestly mind-blowing. But let's read. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do and everywhere you go. He's the one who will keep you on track. Don't you find trusting God and listening to God is so hard because you can't see Him? But I guess that's the point of faith, where you just trust God and you trust other things, hoping everything will figure out okay. But I think trusting and listening takes practice, doesn't it? It takes time. You see, if we can practice listening and trusting in the small things, we will be able to trust and listen in the big things. Because actually, if you don't practice the small things, the big things will actually become more like intimidating. Like, oh my gosh, how can I trust God with that my house will go through? How can I trust God that X and Y will happen? It's just about practice, guys. And do you know what? We're getting so much better at it generally, and it's just making time for it, and surrounding ourselves with the right people. And I think a beautiful thing about this verse is that it says, listen for God's voice in everything you do and everywhere you go. I think the significance about this is everywhere. He's not like, oh, listen to God's voice when you're at church, or listen to God's voice when you're worshipping. Listen to God's voice. He's like, listen to me in those times where you don't know where you're going. Listen to me in those times when you're in the shower. Listen to me and trust me in those times where you're having dinner. Listen to me and trust me in those times where you're crying out for help. Listen to me and trust me in those times where life is falling apart. We often forget that God wants to help us. Don't you find that we often strive to do things in our own strength, and actually the more we do things in our own strength, the more we burn out and realise, actually, we can't figure out everything on our own. I'm sorry to say that! But generally we can't. And it's about holding on to His strength and listening to Him and just giving everything that we have. And the beautiful thing is that He's going to keep us on track. He's not going to let us fall away. And I guess we have a choice to follow Jesus. There's no pressure. But I guess following Jesus is a beautiful thing, because actually life is not about us. It's not about what we do. It's not about what we say. It's about Jesus, because He's the one that saved us. He's the one that should be glorified. So yeah, just keep praying, keep trusting, and know that God will keep you on track. And listen to God in everything you do and everywhere you go. Have a beautiful rest of your day.